What's up, YouTube? Hope that you are all doing extraordinarily well. My name is Tyler Adolfo, and I appreciate you stopping by my channel. In this video, I want to just briefly talk about where I'm at in the college preparation process. For those of you who are new to my channel, a few years ago, I actually got expelled by my former university, UMass Amherst, as a result of a 6 month long manic episode that I suffered from due to bipolar disorder, more specifically, actions that I had taken during that manic episode. And in the years following that manic episode, it's been an arduous recovery journey. It's been about trying to recapture and reclaim every element of my life. In many aspects, I've had to forge a new path. My new life is not going to look similar to the one that I had before in many ways. Number one, probably being that I'll be going to a new college now. And this is a significant milestone for me. I can't stress this enough because there was a time period when I thought that my life was over. That manic episode was so profoundly devastating, and I felt like there was no way out of it. And that greatly contributed to feelings of being suicidal at the time during my depressive episode, which followed the manic episode. But I've made significant strides these last few years from a mental standpoint, not so much a physical standpoint. Mentally, I've been able to bolster my self confidence. I've been able to augment my self esteem. And even though I'm not as confident as I was once before, I am confident that I can recapture that level of confidence that I've had once before. And that's a huge milestone because, again, there was a time where I just felt like it was game over. It was the end of the game. I have no more lives left. And there was nothing that I could do to get back on a positive trajectory. But these past few years, if they've taught me anything, is that it's more than possible to get back on a positive trajectory. I do have bipolar disorder, but I am not bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder does not define me. I made many videos on this channel talking about my experiences battling this condition. And now, instead of talking about the bipolar breakdown that I suffered, I can now focus more on the bipolar bounce back, me reclaiming positivity in my life. The new college I'm going to, it's much closer to home, so I'll be able to be around my mom and help take care of her because she has a significant amount of health problems of her own. And it's important to me that I'm around her during her time of need because she means a lot to me. And I mean, she's literally the one who brought me into this world. So I want to be there for her. And that's one great aspect of returning to college on a local level for me. Lately, I've really just been trying to prepare from a resource standpoint. So I recently went out shopping and I got some notebooks. I actually purchased this computer that I'm filming on, a laptop that I'll be able to utilize in my learning endeavors at university. Because these days, all college assignments are almost exclusively virtual. You have to submit them through online platforms. At UMass, we used Moodle. I'm not sure what the platform or software that I'll be using at this new university that I'm going to, but I'm sure it's going to be online to a significant degree. And so I've got a new computer. I also finally got a phone of my own. Since the end of my manic episode, I have been sharing a phone with my mother, and sharing a cell phone was not easy. Having to navigate her going to her appointments, me going to my appointments, and trying to coordinate when I want to visit family. Do I take the phone with me? Do I leave it with her? It's just so many complications and difficulties that arise with having to share a phone with somebody. So I finally have my own phone. I actually qualified because of my really good credit for a free iPhone through Verizon. And in essence, all I got to do is make my monthly payments for the next few years. And insofar as I make those monthly payments, the phone is mine. but I didn't have to make like a big upfront $1,000 purchase, which is huge to me. So I'm really glad that I was informed about that deal because I was actually very close to spending $1,000 on a phone at Best Buy. And thankfully, their point of sale system was down because then a few days later, I went to Walmart and Walmart informed me about that deal that Verizon is doing, where you get a free iPhone so long as you pay your service and you have good credit. So, good thing the Best Buy point of sales was down because I would have been down $1,000. But, I also got a good cushion of funds to that will help me suffice as I return to college. And when I return to college, I'll have a great deal of scholarships. I'll actually be receiving a scholarship overpayment refund because my scholarships exceed the cost of attendance. So I'm not sure what the exact refund amount will be, but I have a sense that it's going to be somewhere in the realm of like $7,000 to $10,000, which will be a huge monumental asset in helping me navigate the financial strains that come with college. I could exclusively focus on my studies if I want to, but preferably I would like to work while also going to college. So I haven't decided exactly what environment I want to work in, which particular place I want to work in. All I know is that in the long term, I want to be a lawyer. So working with some kind of public defender's office, maybe something of that sort, interning with a lawyer. There's many different avenues that I can take. I'm not set in stone on taking one particular path, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. So mentally, I'm doing really good. My medications are very great. I recently saw my new psychiatrist for the first time because my previous one retired, and she's awesome. So, I had a concern about that, whether or not this is someone that I'd be able to relate to, who would understand where I'm coming from, and she understands where I'm coming from. At least so far, based off one meeting, that's kind of where I'm at. So, the preparation journey to college continues. Once I return to college, I'll also be getting counseling free at the expense of the university because all students who attend this university have access to free counseling should they seek it. And I will definitely seek it because I know I need it. And why not utilize all the resources that are available to you? And, accessibility is a huge issue in this world. And when services like that are accessible, especially to people like myself, vulnerable populations who suffer from mental illnesses, who deal with issues of poverty, every asset is a strength. So I want to go in with as many assets as possible so I can be as strong as possible. And I've also been exploring on the website. I continue to explore the different clubs that are available, and I'm thinking about doing something along the lines of student government or a mental health activism group known as Active Minds. I do have some unfortunate news regarding some, outside the home activity that I was previously occupied with. And that is the fact that the Alcoholics Anonymous meetings location in my local town has closed. So I haven't been attending Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, but I continue to maintain my sobriety. I will forever be an alcoholic in my life because of the struggles that I've had in the past. But similar to my bipolar disorder, I don't allow those struggles to define me. I view them as catalysts for change, catalysts for strengthening me and building a sense of resilience into my character. And that's really what this journey has been all about. In 2022, as I was leaving Mania, I fell into a deep depression as I began to realize that a lot of the delusions and hallucinations that I was experiencing were not grounded in reality. They were a fiction of my imagination. And having to come to terms with the fact that a lot of the ideologies that I had disseminated across content platforms like Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, they were out there for the world to see. And I really did embarrass myself. I experienced a great deal of shame and embarrassment. And accumulating in addition to that was fear and doubt. The fear that it could happen again. The doubt about my ability to continue now that it has transpired. But that's what this journey has been all about. It's about recovery. I have bounced back. And even though physically I'm not where I was prior to my depressive episode, I'm making positive strides. And I think that having academic success will only contribute to me having a desire to be more active in the gym. It will make me want to be successful in other aspects of my life. And a huge component to being healthy is physical. Physical and mental health are very closely intertwined. And so, in no way do I want to diminish the very real value that being physically active has on mental well being. I'm well aware of the plethora of positive benefits that it does present. So, I hope you're all doing well. This is Countdown to College Part 3. I'm not exactly sure how many more of these I will be doing. I will, as significant updates arise, as I get closer and closer to returning to college this fall. Aside from those videos, I don't expect to be uploading much other content at this particular moment, simply because I'm focused on returning to school. I'm trying to soak in every free moment that I have left leading up to it. And once the school year begins, I feel like it will spark a great deal of creativity in me. It will ignite a flame that I can harness and use to become productive on YouTube again and start calibrating and delivering content to all of you amazing people. I thank you for sticking around. The channel continues to get views even though I haven't been uploading, and that means a lot. I do check my YouTube Analytics app a lot, and I really got to get out of the habit of doing that because it's unhealthy. But the OCD in me makes that a bit complicated. Nonetheless, I'm doing great right now. I hope you're all doing great as well. I look forward to continuing to share my story with you all and sharing my experiences to the world. I'm proud of how far I have come, and I'm eager to continue moving forward, and I'm excited about the prospects that the future holds. Ambition is my new modus operandi, not depression. There's still days where I feel off. There's still days where I'm not fully at my complete capacity, where I'm not feeling myself. And that's okay. What matters is that I'm persisting and I'm forward thinking with my ambitious goals. I want to be a lawyer. That's an ambitious goal, but it's an attainable goal. It's a reasonable goal. It's not a delusional goal. It's much better than the delusions I had during Mania, where I thought I was John F. Kennedy, or that government agents were after me, or that I was part of some plot to discover and expose a Nazi communist conspiracy. There were so many contradictions and illusions that were part of my manic experience, and I do think about them a lot simply because I am going to be entering back into a stressful environment. And as I enter into this stressful environment, I need to really manage my stressors. I need to make sure that I find, and this is key, balance. I've chosen a reasonable course load, a course load that I'm highly confident that I can manage. And if for any reason at all I feel overwhelmed getting back into the swing of things, then I can always adjust my schedule within the first few weeks of the school year. So I'm keeping all doors open. I'm not being closed-minded about any aspect of this. I am just sincerely grateful for the fact that I will be returning to college. It means the world to me. You all mean the world to me. Thank you for continuing to support the content. I look forward to sharing more of my story going forward. I hope you all have a wonderful day. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. And regardless whether you're returning or new, hit that like button so more people can see this video. Take care, everybody. Love, light, and tranquility to all.